Everybody, and welcome back to another video by NovaPans Handpans. This is another tutorial video specifically involving using arpeggios. If you're unfamiliar, or if the term arpeggios is a new one for you, you can check out one of our previous tutorials where we introduce what an arpeggio is. Essentially all it is a chord being multiple notes played at the same time. An arpeggio is essentially a chord, the notes of the chord being played individually in sequence. So if you've got, say, here's the handpan, and you're playing this chord like this, right? That's a chord because you're playing two or more notes together. It's a chord. As soon as you start to break them up and play them separately or sequentially like this, or something like that, you call it an arpeggio. So today's song is actually going to be something like this. So essentially all I'm doing is, you could probably see there are about 2 or 3 main parts of that where I was playing an arpeggio sequence which I was familiar with, and I was creating a song out of it, but a lot of it was just making it up as I go, but always incorporating the arpeggio rhythm and pattern. Note that today the handpan I'm using is a 13 note Generation 7 NovaPans Handpans. It's in C-sharp pygmy scale in 444 Hertz. But don't worry about either your scale or the frequency or even the model of your handpan, because this arpeggio pattern can be translated onto any handpan model. Okay? So it's important to note that although this has got bottom notes on the handpan, if your handpan doesn't have those bottom notes, don't worry, because you can still incorporate the pattern, the arpeggio pattern, on just the top side, and with experimentation get just as nice a melody or progression. So let's get on with the lesson here by drawing the staves. And because there's a lot of notes, I'm going to draw 2 sets of staves. So 2 separate lots. Oh, that 4th line's a little bit wide there. Okay, so that's one, and we'll do the other one here. I just worked out this arpeggio pattern on this particular handpan the other day, and I love it because it's something paradisical, you know. It really, when I play it, I imagine like I'm by a waterfall or something, you know, unearthly. So, treble clef, not my best treble clef. Time signature 4/4. Now you probably noticed that I'm not playing strict rhythms. You'll have to forgive me, I think I've got a little bit of a cold. I'm playing triplets. So if you go back in one of our tutorials where we offered this, a triplet is essentially 3 notes played in a single beat. Sometimes it's 3 notes played in over the length of 2 beats, but all it is 3 notes being played over a certain strict duration. So in this case, if we've got a tempo of 1, 2, 3, 4, the triplets here are being played as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or you can count them as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, as in the number of sets of triplets. And I will notate the bottom notes for the sake of this video, but just in case you don't have those bottom notes, I'll also mark the notes on the top, say twice, so that you have that option. So what I'm doing for the first arpeggio is, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1. So we're doing 4 triplets in a bar. Ding, bottom note, and then third note. So 1, what I might call these, you know. When they're on the bottom, they're actually higher than the ding. And we've never really covered bottom notes in simplified handpan notation. So it's going to be interesting how I do this today. What I might do is I might notate these bottom notes underneath the ding note on the bottom. We're going to put the ding on the bottom of the staves, and just to visually indicate that these bottom notes are bottom notes, we're going to put them underneath, even though according to their pitch, as in how they sound, they are higher than the ding. But again, the simplified handpan notation we're using is not an indication of pitch. For the most part, it's just a visualization aid, visual aid for the handpan. So it's going to be absolutely fine. So we're going to go ding, second lowest of the bottom notes. I might call that -1. All right. Okay. I know that's strange. A lot of people might consider that bizarre, but since we've already defined the ding as note 1, I'm going to call the notes on the bottom, at least the lower ones here, I'm going to call them minus. So we've got 1, -1, sorry, 1, -2, -1. I think that's how we'll do it. 1, -2, -1. What should we call this? -1, -2. This is on the right. So, and these are all on the right. So maybe we'll call this -2. Yeah. Alright, so this one on the right is -2. So this one will be -1. So we have 1, -1, 3. 1, -1, 3. 1, -1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then it goes down. So let's do that. First note is the ding. Remember, we put the we usually, if you draw the handpan here, and we've got those lines, right? Just for the sake of reference again, for simplified handpan notation, the ding can either be here, or, as we later decided, can also be down there. So for the sake of this visual representation, I'm putting the ding here. So that's the first note. And then we've got the -1 note, which it should just be here, -1. But I keep confusing this because it should also be odd. It's 1 just below the ding, okay? So the way we would write that, typically, is something like this. Sorry. I suppose you seeing me work this out is also very productive, constructive, because you get to see the thought process behind it. So, I mean, one way of doing it, in typical treble sheet music, this would be known as a B note, this would be known as an A. The fact it's got an extra line through the note means that it's actually lower, according to the pitch. In this situation, we're not referring to the pitch, we're referring to the position of the notes. Now, because the position of that lower note on the left hand is below the ding, I've put it here as lower than the ding. So we've got the first note, which is 1, ding. We've got that 1 on the left, which is -1, we'll call that. This may change in the future, but for the sake of this video, it makes sense. So we've got -1. Dun, dun, dun. What was it? And then we go to the third note, which, if we remember, is on the line. And just like that, we've got our first triplets. So the way we draw triplets is we connect them like this, and then we put a little 3 on the top, which indicates it's a triplet. This is 1 beat, okay? If you watched our previous tutorials or know a little bit about classical music, academic music theory, typically 1 beat would, when you see a tail like this, I've forgotten the names, but if you see like a stem and a connected stem like this, you typically expect just to see 2 of them connected without any numbers on the top, and that would be 2 half beats. But the fact that we've got 3 of them with a 3 written on the top indicates that it's a triplet. So if your tempo again is your pulse, your metronome click is 1, 2, 3, 4, this would be played as 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I'll put the hand positions. I'll put the hand positions now. So, as you can remember, and I'll quickly show you again, because I think it's good to keep going back and forth between the handpan and the board. I start with the right hand on the ding. Left hand plays that, we're saying -1 note, which is the one on the left. Okay, and then the right hand plays the third note. It's a little bit confusing again with the bottom note being -1, because we know odd numbered notes are all on the right, but in this case I've named this -1, so we're just going to have to deal with that for now. You know what? I'm going to call it -2, okay? Forgive me for that little hiccup. I'm going to call it -2 because when you play the scale of the full handpan with the bottom notes, the one that comes straight after is the one on the right, and it is on the right side. So I should have decided this before the video. You know what? Never mind. -1. First note is on the right hand. Second note underneath is a left. Because this is these are new notes, I'm going to write them here. Alright, I'm calling that -1. Alright, that just means it's -1. So we're not going to, well, later on we will put the -2 note on, but right now not necessary. So it was right, left, right on the third note there. Okay, I'll just write down the names of that note, those notes, just for reference. 1, -1, 3. So if you have yourself a double-sided handpan, 30 notes, 15 notes, some of them are, you can have even less notes in total and still have notes on the bottom of the handpan. This is something you can reference for that. So after those first 3 triplets, what have we got? This is a lovely piece, by the way, something like, you know, especially if you throw in some dynamics, which we covered in our tutorials as well before. Dynamics are basically expression through the volume, so how loud or quiet you play. Piano is basically the classical musical term, Italian term, meaning quiet. You might call this piano. You might call this forte. You might call this mezzo forte, which is in between both of them. These are normally indicated on the sheet music as with letters simply as P, MF or F. We'll get onto that, but firstly let's finish these triplets. So we've got 1, -1, 3. And again, if you don't have the bottom notes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to suggest a note you can use instead. For example, instead of going, which is 1, -1, 3, you can go 1, 3, 3. Actually, that sounds pretty nice in itself. 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 3. But if you've got the bottom notes, go for it. Alright, let's finish these triplets. So 1, -1, 3, and then we've got 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. We might as well throw the 8 in there. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6. Oh, sorry. I remember. Our 6 isn't there, is it? Our 6 is. That's where we put the percussive sounds. We put our 6 here. Again, if you're new to simplified handpan notation, we made a whole designated video to that in our previous tutorials. Check it out. That's why this is 5 and that's 6. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Notice how we land on 8 exactly halfway through the bar. You'll see that when I draw the you'll see that when I draw the triplets here. So triplets. Sorry, that's wonky, but anyway. Again, 3 on the top indicates they're a triplet. I'll draw the notes again for you, but in future we shouldn't need it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? The reason I haven't put a stem on 8 yet is because it's part of a triplet that goes down. And as you can probably guess, it is exactly the same notes, but they go down. So I wonder if I have to explain anything before. Yeah, let me put them. Sorry about that, I keep dropping that. So, hand positions, it's always alternate hands. Right, left, right. Du, 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 du. Why is that? Well, I guess the scale is like that of the handpan, but also it makes it easier sometimes if notes are on opposite sides of the handpan to do alternate hands. Du, du, du. Is on the left. What have we done? Yeah, you see I've started that with right. That's not right, it's left. Starts here. That's why it's important to double check. I'm going to need a separate hole for this. Well, I hope you don't see the hair on the floor. about having to use alternate hands and then I forget to notate it. So here, this is the 8th note, and then we go down again. So 7, 6, and that's a triplet. I'll draw them going down. Typically, if the notes are above the middle line, the stems go down. In this case, it also helps visually to demonstrate how these are going down. So this is 8, right? You know that's 7, we just played it. That's 6, we just played that. Hand positions, I'll draw that in a second. We go down exactly again. 8, 7, 6. This time 5 starts the beat. 5. Hopefully you can see that. 3. And then -1. Which is played like that. Alright. Yeah. Do it like that, do it like this. Just to show you that, you know, it can be both. Alright. These notes have already been played, so I shouldn't have to write the numbers down again. 8. So, hand positions, right, left, right, left, right, left. And that's the end of the bar, because that's 4 beats. Keep dropping all there. So that's the end of the bar. And this is the start of the next bar, because we're going to cover different triplets after this. So, let me draw also the alternate options. So you've got 1 and -1, but you can repeat this twice if you don't have those bottom notes. So what I might do as an alternative, use a different colour, and I'll just do like underneath, I'll do a brackets or parentheses, whatever you call them, and suggestive note. That's what it can be instead. Okay, so that's basically the same as this one, which is a ding. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, you can do a ding, or you can do. Actually, I don't think that might be the best option. The best option might be to do a double 3. Let me see. You can choose if you want to do a double ding, which is a double 1 note, or a double 3rd note. So what I might do is try to draw enough space there to suggest both. It can be either a double ding. It sounds strange, I know you say double ding, or it can be a 3. That's what that is. Okay, it's basically if you take a snippet of that little picture there, it's a dot on a line. Okay, that's what that is. So this is the alternative for that. Since these are bottom notes and you may not necessarily have them, I'll write down the number of the notes. 1, 3. So you can play a double 1 there or a double 3. Both sound fine. And then here, bottom note again, same thing. It can be a double ding, a double 1, that is, or a double 3. So I'll do that again. Double ding, or double 3. And there you have it. That's your first set of arpeggios on either a double-sided handpan or a single-sided handpan. That's the first set. And if I play that to you, so this is a version with the double-sided notes. Okay. Excuse me. As you can probably expect, I'm now going to talk about timing, tempo. So it's one thing to get the notes, which you should be practicing slowly and not be trying to rush or play super fast to impress anyone, because that's not the kind of habit you want to create. You want to create a good, at least at this stage, you want to be able to play in time so that you can then be freely expressing later. But ultimately, you're telling a story. So, like I say in every tutorial, if you want to take your time with the time, the tempo, the timing of your songs, you can. Absolutely, go for it. Tell your own story. But sometimes it's good to know the strict rhythm, either to be suggestive of something which is strict, but also sometimes it helps when playing with others. And it's also a good practice mechanism. You know, if you have this fixed click, you know, and you can go 1, 2. I'll do it with my foot because I need both hands. 3, 4. You see that? Hopefully you can see my foot or hear it. 2, 3, 4. That's it. Click. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So make sure you're landing on each of these respective notes on each of the beats. We've got 1, 5, 8, 5. Okay, so this is a good tactic, tip, by the way. If you're playing triplets or notes or whatever from music or music in general, if you can always play the note that's on the beat, the chances are that you'll be able to keep up. And anything that follows will fill in. Of course, it's not ideal because whatever notes you're trying to fill in can seem rushed or delayed, late. But as long as you focus on that on beat, you should be able to keep the music going. So I'm playing at this tempo. I don't expect anyone to be able to play it this fast at the beginning. Slow it down. Slower than 60 beats per minute. So if you've got a metronome such as the Soundbrenner metronome, which is free on the app stores, you can try 45 beats per minute, which is about a click, 60 beats per minute is a click per second, so 45 would be, is that an extra quarter of a second? Something like that. But play slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? And just play like that. Once you can play it once, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Notice that I'm counting the triplets in sets of 3s or 6s, up to you. But always play to that rhythm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another way of looking at it is you accent, which means you play a little louder the first note of every triplet. And that helps you keep the timing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the click, 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 click. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm counting the beats there, okay? Not to be confused with the triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay? So that's using both notes of the handpan. If you don't have both notes, this is an example of using, say, double ding. Excuse me, we've got clothes flying around now. Okay, so double ding would be something like, still right left patterns. Don't forget the alternate hand patterns written. Right, left, left, right. Starts again. A little tricky to get your head around, but it works. Slowly. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 5. Slower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. I'll have the double 3 that time. Again, double ding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 1. Again. 1. And it's nice to try to play them in sets, you know, play them repeated twice, 3 times, 4 times. Sometimes sets of 2s are best, because it somehow makes more sense when to the audience's ear when you move to the next set and it's in groups of 2 repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So that was repeated twice, okay? Do not be afraid to slow down at all. In fact, that's the best way to learn, so I would even play this slowly. 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Also note that your handpan likely won't sound the same as mine, because this is, firstly, there's so many different scales, frequencies, models. This particular model in itself is in 444 Hertz, which, as far as I'm aware, hasn't been made ever before. So it's not going. It doesn't sound. It doesn't resonate with any of the other handpans we've made. So do not worry if it doesn't sound the same. I assure you that if you turn the video off and you play this on your handpan, it's going to sound lovely within itself. Double threes would be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, slower. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. If you play this enough times with love and, you know, a certain amount of discipline and focus, you'll be able to speed it up. That's double-sided. Now this is double ding. Oh, you see, I've just learnt this now, so I need to practice that. Practice that, or double threes. More natural for me. So that's the first set of arpeggios. What really makes this piece phenomenal is when you change the chord. So you know, you change the notes, and that is, in this case, I'm going to the left side of the handpan. I'm going. This is a pygmy, but if you play this on a curd, I'm sure it will sound just as lovely, if not more mysterious. 1, 1, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. I'm not actually playing any bottom notes here, so this is. So we don't have to do any special notation for this. I will just write them down though. Of course, there is a third progression we'll get to, which uses this bottom note, really adds a little bit of what you might call like a cadence, a suspense, like an element of suspense to it. And sometimes I go and use that top note, so I'll actually write that as an alternative as well. But firstly, let's finish this second section. I know I'm getting ahead of myself. First section was this. Repeated twice. And that's the second section. So again, we've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 4, 5, and then it's up consecutive from there. So 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2's down here, right? 2, 4, also between the lines. Alright, that's a triplet. they should connect. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, 5's up here. 5, 6, 7. It was also 8, wasn't it? Yeah, I think. Oh, wonky. For anybody who likes those wonky notes, that's for you. I don't really like them. I'm sorry. Hang on. I mean, if every other thing can be straight, why not? Try to keep it consistent here. Alright. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you get to the top, you know it's easy because you're playing the notes again, going down. 8. Oh, hang on. That's 9. 8's yeah. 8's here. 8, 7, 6. Okay. These are all triplets. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6. And then what we got again? 5, 4, 2. 5, 4, 2. Okay. That's the second section. Put those facing up. That is essentially that little song, the arpeggio. I'm going to put a repeat mark, as we always do, to indicate that it's to be repeated. Alright, that's like that there. Repeat all the way up to the beginning. I might just suggest that these sections here, do another pen I should use for that. Yeah, use another pen. I've got purple. So you want to play that twice, or sometimes 4. So you could play that 2 times or 4 times, depending on how fast you're playing or how you feel. Same with this one. You play this by 2 or 4 times, and after which you've done that, repeat. And this song can go into infinity, so again, it's whatever you feel like. It works just as well fast as it does slow, so really remember you're playing this instrument which makes gorgeous sounds when you touch it. There's no obligation, no pressure to play at any particular speed, and it sounds beautiful whatever and however you play it, as long as it's not too hard or insensitive of the touch. So it will sound lovely either way. Hand positions, let's do that again. Although you should know from the first set of triplets that actually it's the same as before. And then let's just double check that. Let's double check. Okay, we've got. I'm going to play it 4 times because I play it a little faster. The second bit is, yeah, the ding also starts on the right note, and it's all right, left, right, left. So again, I shouldn't really have to write all of these, but just for visual aid and reminder purposes, I will. Right, left, left, left. And you notice how they end left and start with right. So it all comes together as a little cycle. I won't just finish now. I want to show you the added notes that I play when I really, get fanciful. What do I do? So instead of 8, I play 10, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay? So an alternative, if you've got the notes for it, is instead of 8 at the top you play 11, and I'm going to put that maybe in purple or green. I'm going to put that in green to be consistent. then after that I would go. Okay, so to be consistent, the 8 the second time round would also be changed to 10, and then I'd go back again. And then after playing that, so section 1, section 2, and then section 1 again, I would possibly go to this other section. And then start again. And I'll write that section for you at the bottom here as quickly as I can, but essentially that's using the -2 note, right, which is the one on the right here. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's a little bit more challenging in terms of hand positions because I do a double right. Not just to be fun, but so that I can play the 11th note on the left hand, because it's really, I mean, it depends how versatile you are, but for me, I try to be strict with the notes on the left. I play with my left hand, notes on the right I play with my right hand. So I would go right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right. Or -2, 4, 6, 5, 8, sorry, 6, 8, 11, 8, 6, 5, 4, 2, -2, -2, sorry, I'll do it one more time, -2, 4, 6, sorry, that's 2, -2, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 11, 8, 6, 5, 4, 2, -2. Okay, so firstly, the second suggestive notes for you all. So we've probably never notated this before, but this is an 8, right? 9 is here. I hope I was counting 11 for that left note just then, because this one on the right is actually 10, and that would go just above the 8, so that would go without wiping everything off. That would go here. These are suggestive, okay? Still the same hand positions. Alright, I could put brackets around it. Maybe I will. Maybe actually that's more consistent. It's important to be consistent, you know. I'm not making any exceptions. So brackets or parentheses, whatever you call them. You imagine this line is the top line, so a dot above that top line, resting on the top line, is that dot there. So 10. The only reason it's in parentheses there is because I don't want to confuse it with any of the official notes. These are just suggestive, okay? That's not an indice, doesn't mean you've got to play to the power of 10. That means it's the 10th note, and that can be played instead of the 8th note, okay? That's the only alternative there. We've already done the other lower alternatives. The same applies here for the 8th note, which is played again here. You've got the top line, 10, and that's suggestive. And I want to give you that third section, because if you do have a double-sided handpan, or you've got notes to that effect, you know, which in other words means if you want to experiment with your own handpan and playing these sections your own way, you can, because that third section really adds some variation to this whole piece, and it's lovely. 3, 4. This sheet music, by the way, will be provided either as a photo or written for you guys. Again, if there's any confusion, any questions, let us know, and we'll send it to you. So for this next piece, this next section, I'm starting on the -2 note, right? So if we're consistent with before, this is going to be one step even lower than the -1, which would be officially on treble clef known as a G, because right below it, an A is a G. And that would look like, it's going to be small down here, but it looks like you've got the two lines as usual, and instead of the dot being on that second line, it's actually below. Alright, so in this situation, that's a -2, which is the bottom note on the right hand side of the handpan, if you've got it. -2, and then I play 2, right? 2's up here. Looks like a bit of a jump in terms of like visually on the staves here, but actually on your actual handpan it's just a case of playing one underneath, one on the top. It's all right, left, bottom, left, and then you've got on the right 4, so 4 goes here. Thank you for sitting through this. I hope it's really useful. I think people do sit through this as if it's a live lesson. We're working it out together. So I hope there's that element of real time where people learn as I work it out and provide it to you. If there's anything missing or you have any suggestions or need anything in particular, please send it to me, because I'm here to help you guys, you know. I'm trying to share as much as I can, everything I've got, and so that you can play these lovely songs. So, -2, I'm going to write -2 here. Again, I'm going to write 4. That's 4, and then we've got 6, okay? Dun dun dun. -2, 2, 4. -2, 2, 4, 5 on the left. 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 8. That's a double right. Yeah. -2, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. 5, 6, 8, 11. Right, I'm going to throw the 11 in. 5, 6, 8, 11. 5. Why have I put a 6 down there? You see, I confused that before. That's a 2. That's a 4. That's a 5. 6 is up here, remember? 5, 6, 8. Alright, still all triplets. Sorry, hopefully you can see all this. -2, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, and then 11, which is that one on the left, which is one above the 10. So as you can probably deduce or assume, guess from how we added lines and dots to the notes before by going down, the same applies to going up. So in this case, 11, the 11th note would be been a while. That's a G, right? So an A would be this. Yeah, jumps up. Jumps up. The lines start again. So that's what it would look like. The 11th note would look like a note above the lines, okay, with a line through it. This is not a suggestive alternative note, as it is here with the brackets, the parentheses. This is the 11th note. 11. I'll draw that in a minute. You go down again, don't you? 11, 8, 6. So I'll just write that down. 8, 6. 11, 8, 6. Triplet. And it goes down. That's the beauty of arpeggios. It's the same going down as it is going up. So 6, 5, 4, 2. Five, 4, 2. I'll write that down as well. 5, 4, 2. I think what's really important now is to write those hand positions, because they are, you could say, unconventional. Starts with the right note, the right hand, left, right, left, and then the 6 and 8 are both rights. This might be the first time ever where we suggest doing a double hand. But it's just so that you can get that 11th note on the left hand. That's what it's like when you've got double-sided notes, double-sided handpans. It can be a bit of a compromise when trying to play notes all together, especially when the pieces are hard or fast, difficult. So that would be 11, and that would be the left note. Again, you play these with the right, again with the right here, and then it's back to your conventional left, right, left. And I'll put the repeat marks. So if you, I'm trying to work out. After you repeat these, I'll draw the sections out for you in a second. As suggestive, that is. Don't worry that there's a massive gap there. As we've discussed before, sometimes the spacing of the actual bars is not indicative of the timing. It just happens to be that I've written the notes there. In fact, to be honest, to be more tidy, I might actually put the repeat mark closer up. There you go. Done. The actual sections, again, this can both be played also twice or 4 times. So if we call this section A, right? Yeah. A bit like that. We call this section B, and we call this section C. An actual what do you call it? Like a suggestive structure of the whole piece might be something like A, B, A, and there's special names for these structures. I can't quite remember them, like sonatas and tertiary structures and all that, binary. You don't necessarily need to know them unless you're studying music theory and you want to enlighten me. It's been a few years. A, B, A, and then you'd go to C. It does seem familiar to me. This is a traditional structure. I can't even remember what it is, but I'm going to need to get more space for that. But the whole structure would sound something like this. But firstly, let me go over that final section with you, the C section. You've got the -2 note down here, playing with the right hand. If you've got bottom notes, which I'm assuming you do if you're wanting to learn this C section, if not, then just replace that with something else. But if you've got them, make sure that you don't just, make sure you try to get the best sound as possible, because they're difficult in that you can't see them. So there's a bit of muscle memory that's needed. And try to make them sound as rich as the other notes, so that you really enunciate your arpeggios and they sound lovely, you know, in sequence with each other. They sound consistent. So you've got -2, 2, -2, 2, 4. See that? Right, left, right. And then you've got on the left 5, and then 6 on the right. Double right, 8. Left hand gets ready. The left hand should be ready while you're doing those doubles to then play 11. So again, slowly. Right, left, right, right, left. Sorry. Right, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, left. Again. Right, left, right, left, right, right, left. Do, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's section C. Now all together, and I'm going to play it. I'll play slowly first. It would be something like this. Section A. Sorry. That was section B. Section A again. One more time, and then section C. Ready? Notice how this time I've played them twice, and and then you play them all together again. And my speed, as you speed that up, you eventually get something like this. Probably noticed, if you were keeping your eyes peeled, that one of those B sections I actually mixed with the C section. I think I did something like... So I really just played with it. And that's kind of the birds love it, by the way. This is no joke. When I play the handpan in nature, the birds start singing. When I talk, the crickets play. So I think that has a lot to say about the handpan, humans and nature. But what I was saying was, once you start getting comfortable with the notes you're playing, and you start feeling the actual instrument and the music you're playing, you'll feel that you can express yourself and in your own way, and the music comes naturally. So do not feel hindered in any way to play with the notes. Right? There is no way. This is why this beautiful instrument has come to us, because there is no judgment. It's about making music, it's about expressing yourself, and that's the beauty of this instrument. So, you may have seen that I was experimenting with some variations of the arpeggio. Instead of going the whole way up, I was only going halfway, something like this. So essentially all I was doing was, I was playing the first 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I was playing the first 4 notes and then going down again. You can experiment with that. That's a lovely little build-up right there. And that's why you should play the accompanying notes quieter, so that you can play, if you want to, as you get more virtuosic, you could say, like more showy-offy, you can play those melodic notes on the top a little more louder and they stand out, something like this. And there was a little, this lovely arpeggiated build-up I had earlier. So there's all sorts. If you'd like any of that notated in a separate video, let me know. I'm not going to throw it into this. This has already been a long video. That's it. We need a name for this piece. Everything tends to be along the lines of the moon, the stars, the forest, nature, but we've got these birds chiming cheeping in the background. So what should we call it? Cheeping birds. I mean, some of these you might find a little corny, but there's birds cheeping in the background, so why not? Okay, so I'm going to call this song Cheeping birds. Okay. Oh, they like it. There you go. All right. There you go. There's another handpan lesson by NovaPans Handpans. If you've got any questions, concerns, requests, anything, let us know. See you at the next one. Bye bye.